your sleep. Learn your rules. You better learn your rules. If you don't, you'll be eaten in your sleep. Learn your rules. Learn your rules.
I am Coach Cameron, and I see a whole army of little soccer warriors here in defiance of out of control coaches and parents. You've come to fight as free players, and free players you are. What will you do without freedom? Will you fight?
No. Not against them. They're too scary. They scream at me repeatedly, and if I don't comply, they will take me out of the game. And I'll be embarrassed and ashamed. So will I fight? No. There's too many. I can't fight. I don't want to be subbed off. I want to play, so I'll do what they say.
Aye. Fight, and you may be subbed. Comply, and you'll stay on the field, at least for a while. And retired many years from now. Would you be willing to trade all the games from this day to that for one chance, just one chance, to come back here and tell the parents and coaches, shut up and no more, this is our game, not yours, and to tell them that they may take our game, but they'll never take our freedom.
We're live.
Well, I'm still sharing it to everybody so
Okay.
people can know what's going on. Welcome to our new studio. This is our new studio. We took over Ryan's room. And thank you, Ryan, for your room.
My pleasure.
It's mine and not yours. You are now going to move out and move to GCU. We're just moving you out just a little earlier, right? Yeah. That's not Jet. Who are you, Deadpool? Deadpool. Yeah, you can speak anytime. No worries. I got to share it one more place.
Okay. We also have Jack with us in the studio.
Yeah, what
Stretch
up?
it out, dude.
I mean El Rojo.
Oh, correct.
Oh, and then we lost the sound.
Oh, no, I just gave us a little hint of Rojo. Sorry. Let me give us the whole intro. Ready?
No. Oh,
Ready?
I don't know. Well, all you have to do is turn it down. All right, enough sharing. And here we are. All right, let's get to the show right away so we're not wasting people's Sunday night.
Oh, yeah, we wouldn't want to do that.
It's my 24th anniversary with my beloved wife, Elisa.
Aw.
Yeah, aw. And what gifts did my children give us?
Oh, I forgot. I was going to make you a Sioux-based dinner. I was going to get some cereal and cry about it.
We got nothing. Nothing. Rojo, what did you get us?
Well, I was gone for the whole day, so.
I
it
was
wasn't
too.
annoying.
I have a job. I have a life.
What about you, Deadpool? Where's our...
and Brian were going to eat at McDonald's.
That was yesterday.
Yeah, they went to McDonald's, but they didn't give us anything. That's how...
Why do you act like an anniversary has anything to do with us? I've got you covered for Father's Day.
You know how rare it is to have parents that are still married? It's pretty rare since like, what is it? 60%, 70% end up in
I
divorce.
think it's still 50, right?
It's well above 50%.
Wow.
We're still married. And you're supposed to
Congratulations.
celebrate that. Your parents are still married. It's bad enough that you guys already have
Maybe you should be
issues.
celebrating us. Maybe we're what kept you together.
Or what's leading us to not make year 25.
Oh, would that be silver?
I don't know. But comment. That was weird. The door just opened. Hey, Jack, shut that door to our new. You got to shut it and then push harder.
It
No,
doesn't
it
matter.
had- All right. We have issues in our air conditioned podcast room. But leave a comment. What do you think? Should children give their parents a anniversary gift or say happy anniversary?
Or should parents celebrate the holiday that is about them
I
and
don't
pretty
know.
much nobody else? Comment below.
Yeah, do that. But IT Ryan's with us, El Rojo, and Deadpool all here, but my wife will not come on at all. But that's okay. We love her anyways.
Did you invite her?
Elisa, if you're watching right now, you're invited. Comment. Let us know if you're willing to come on and say hello and give me a big kiss to celebrate our 24 years. So for every year we've been married, we must make out live on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, whatever. I don't know what other formats we're on for 24 seconds.
You are weird.
I am. Okay. All right. So we're going to talk about MLS Next, give you an update on my thoughts on that. And I'm going to announce the top coaches of Arizona. I'm adding one to the list. And I have a solution for MLS Next. Everyone's like, I always get these DMs and stuff saying, oh, you cry a lot about MLS Next and all these things. What's your solution? Well, I have a solution for you. I do. Do we have an echo? Comment. Let us know if we have an echo in our new studio. Do we need to get more like stuff? How do we sound? We sound okay?
Mom commented. She gave you a
What?
what's it called?
Hearts?
I was gonna say like a techno kiss or something.
Oh, do you get 24 of them? Oh, we
got
got
three.
we got 3. All right.
And she is not coming on. Oh, dang it.
Oh, well,
Dang it. Carlos Flores is congratulating you.
well, thank
and he
you.
doesn't want to see that. I don't think any of us do, Carlos.
All right. Well, let's get on with the show. It's a short, quick, to the point kind of show. And the MLS Next. So they're going to have their first cup coming up at the end of June, where we'll be in Seattle. Well, Bainbridge Island, a little rich island away from Seattle, because downtown Seattle is disgusting.
It's like the lowest of the low.
It's disgusting. And if you live in Seattle, you can agree that the smell has changed over time. What's up, Deadpool? What's going on? Oh, you just fixing some things?
Was that him?
What are you doing? Oh, all right. Deadpool's fixing some things, and IT Ryan can't document any of this. But you got one job to do, Ryan. Oh, okay. So MLS Next is holding a tournament, and from what I read, I could be wrong. Comment and let me know if I don't know what I'm talking about. But this is what I got from it. So 32 teams in each age group. That's a lot of teams are going to go compete to try to qualify for the MLS Next Cup playoffs on a points per game basis. And they'll come with the regular season title and all that stuff. But apparently in this tournament, it's single elimination. So you're going to fly up to Texas, play, potentially lose, and you're out, you're done. Single elimination. I think there's more to it, but that's what I read. Sounds pretty silly. But they're pushing this to be special. So this is you, the parents that are listening right now. This is how you get bought and sold by the stupidity of DA, MLS Next, any acronym out there that they keep throwing at us about how special it is, because they do these identification programs. They have college coaches there. They have all these things. But don't worry, MLS Next will take it to the next level, and here we are. So they're going to have match evaluators. They're going to evaluate the match I don't know what they'll do with that information, but they also have the U.S. Soccer's Director of Talent Identification. That's Tony Lepore. He's big time. He's with the U.S. national team. They'll also have U.S. national team coaches. They'll be there. Drinking beer at the bar, but they'll be there. They'll be there. And a vast assortment of college coaches will be there looking at these MLS Next kids because they believe in this program. I'll be there. Just kidding. I'm JUCO. I'm a nobody. I won't be there. They never invited me. They invited Rojo to go to a tryout. What happened to that tryout, Rojo?
I didn't go
Why?
because the trains were way too far.
Oh, didn't work out. But I have a solution for Rojo and company that will help everyone be identified. And maybe Tony Lepore will show up and grace us with his presence, which is what we want. It's very important. So they're going to do single elimination, making every match significant. Because before you would play 2 games. They're just going to do single elimination. And play what? 6 games? I don't even know how that works. But it sounds scary. It sounds competitive. Therefore, it must be worth the price of admission to get there. It's free. Don't worry. So this is different. Oh, wait. They're going to add another thing, Deadpool. You know what they're going to add? They're going to add a virtual education program for players, coaches, and referees. Not parents. For players, coaches, and referees. Because that's who needs to be educated. But that is a step up. That's the next level of why you must believe in MLS Next. Because they're doing, not only are they evaluating you with some evaluation program I never heard of, but they also have Tony Lepore. He'll be there. Now he might be hitting on some girl, or I'm just kidding. I don't know what he. Well, he not like hitting on some woman, trying to hook up for the weekend. I don't know what Tony does. I'm just kidding. I don't know Tony. I'm sure Tony is an amazing human being, but he's not there to really identify anything. We're identifying? The MLS Next is the identification program now, but not ODP? I'm confused. Anyways, so for the ones that don't know about MLS Next, it's a scam. It's sold everybody for the most part. There's so many suckers out there. It's ridiculous. It's like bona fide stupidity, and I'll explain more about that soon. But MLS Next is a new paradigm of players. Player development launched in 2020 during COVID. A lot of things happened in 2020 under the guise of COVID. They're like, COVID's out there. And then a lot of people made money off it, like Walmart. Who else made money? Ryan?
Off of COVID?
Home Depot.
Hospitals?
Hospitals made a killing. The government, the local city governments, everyone made a ton of money behind the scenes. And MLS Next made a ton of money because they created a scam and you all bought it. I have an echo in this new studio. We're going to have to get like...
It's not an echo. You're crinkly.
I'm not crinkly.
You're crinkly.
It's an echo. It's an
I
echo.
mean that too, but you're also.
I need to
crinkly.
stop talking so loud. Anyways, so it founded on it's a collaborative approach to governance and a commitment to innovation. Shut up, innovation. It's science. Innovation. Are you kidding me? MLS Next, you freaking nut jobs. How about we just copy where the best players in the world come from? Like the streets of Brazil.
Yeah, let's
Maybe.
put them in the streets.
I love the streets. Speaking of streets, Rojo, you had 2 games on Friday night.
Yes.
How was the facilities?
The fields?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they sucked. But
Yeah. It was like a dust bowl.
yeah.
What was the name of the park? Manzanita.
Yeah.
So Manzanita Park, it's like ghetto, like scary. When Manzanita Park first opened, I played there, and they would take your picture as you entered and as you left, like you're running a red light.
Mugshots.
Yeah, because there are so many murders happening there. But that's where I take my kid to Friday night. And you're playing with a bunch of teammates from Tuzos, but was coached by another parent.
Yeah.
And then your first game, you're playing other teammates of yours from Tuzos,
Yes.
which is crazy. So the Hispanic culture that Jack resides in at Tuzos, these kids play so much soccer that they even play in other leagues against each other at places like Manzanita Speedway, or park, but Manzanita Speedway used to exist. That no longer exists. But I actually lived out there for like 6 months when Mom had us living with Grandma. And I would hear these loud noises of like roosters just going nuts. I'm like, Grandma, what is that? She was like, oh, it's just cockfighting. I'm like, what?
Where Grandma and Papa lives?
My grandparents.
Your parents. Oh, your grandparents.
They lived in a dangerous area where cockfighting happened every night, right? Or Deadpool, you're staring at me like you're confused. Do you know what cockfighting is, Deadpool? No? It's when they put two roosters together and they go at it and they fight.
I can't imagine chickens fighting. All they've got is beaks.
Yep. So, anyways, Manzanita. Crazy. But we go there all the time to play because that's what we do. We love playing. So let me kind of get through what is happening in Arizona. Now, I'm not saying MLS Next is bad in every other location, but in Arizona, it's goofy because we don't have an MLS team here. What are we next to? We're next to the Rising. Shouldn't it be called USL Next? I don't get the logic of it because it's not the best players. It can't be. We have MLS Next Del Sol, MLS Next Rising, MLS Next who else? RSL, and everyone's trying to get in, and there'll be more. It's just a freaking league. That's what it's a league. It's a league. It's a joke. Anyways, so I want to talk about this 2009 RSL team. So 2009 RSL boys, state champions. Okay. And what we do to state champions, especially if they're all Hispanic, we destroy it. It's over. Team's done. They're going to regionals too. They're going to play together, but they're done. It's over. Why? Because they're going to MLS Next. They're splitting the best team up to go MLS Next. And it doesn't exist anymore. It happens all the time. So I want to tell you the story of the 2006 boys. Jack played with a lot of these guys. So the 2006 boys were the best team in the country. So good, they played at the Prospects Cup against Man City, FC Dallas, and I think an Argentina team, Boca Juniors. Ryan, can you put the video of the 06s playing? This is the 06s playing on Facebook Live. So I found the video.
The defenders, Urias, Garcia.
And Ryan, how many viewers are there right now?
The midfielders.
Well, not right now, but
In general, 120,000.
120,000 viewers are watching, and then you could see all the videos. If you just go Facebook and look up Prospects Cup, apparently it doesn't exist anymore. I don't know what happened. COVID killed everything, but yeah, it's the viewership was through the roof because it had so many big teams there from Man City, Arsenal, Boca Juniors, all the academies in the U.S., and then Tuzos. So the Tuzos, 06, are playing on Facebook Live with 170,000 people watching them. And this is what happened. I'm telling you, this is what happened. The Del Sol, SC Del Sol coaches are like, oh my gosh, this team's amazing. I mean, we don't have anyone watching our kids play. 170,000 people. And they're like, we need that team. Let's find it. Let's get hold of the coach. Hey, coach, you want to be a Del Sol coach? We'll pay you, and then we'll get that team. And they took it. And that's what happened. They left Tuzos to go to Del Sol, and they split it up. And now what? They're not number one in the country anymore. They're not winning states, but they have MLS Next. And you can't beat that. So, and don't get mad, Del Sol. I'm just calling, and I grew up in Del Sol when it was called Shamrocks. I get it. But what's happening and destroying these teams is ridiculous. And now the 09 boys, that was Tuzos, became RSL, are destroying the whole team. Why? Because they're being told, if you play MLS Next, you'll be seen. You'll be seen. Jack, you'll be seen. They'll be seen by guess who? I said his name 100 times. I don't even remember his name anymore. What's his name? His Tony Laporte will see you. And then they have U.S. soccer directors of talent identification. And then national team coaches will see you. And you'll be on the national team. They sell hope. A hope of lies, Jack. It's a hope of lies. You know what you have to do? Be good. Simple as that. Love the game. Be good. So I want to ask a question.
I have a question first.
Okay, fine. And then I have a question.
How do you know it's a lie?
MLS Next?
Do percentages show that the players don't turn out, that they're going to bigger, better places?
What are you talking about? What was the question?
My question is, how do you know that they're lying? MLS Next, they're selling hope, false hope.
How do I
Those
know?
people, the kids in MLS Next aren't succeeding?
I'm not saying kids won't survive in MLS Next
Succeed.
or succeed or whatever you want to call it. I'm not saying that. I'm saying as a country, we are not producing or identifying the talent. We destroy it. We destroy it. We separate. So I'm going to talk about Arizona. In Arizona, we have MLS Next in the far East Valley. And then all the West Valley kids that are good enough to make that team have to drive far away. But I'm going to cover this a little bit about my solution. But explain to me, how is having MLS Next, 3 different parts in the East Valley, identifying the best talent? How? It doesn't. Now, let me pose my question. Maybe that'll help answer some questions. Here is the question I have for you. What are you doing? Is something wrong with my mic? You're fixing things?
It keeps on turning red.
Oh, then I'll stop screaming. How's that?
No, it's not going red like it's too loud. The whole thing just turns red, even if you're not talking loud.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure it out. But
Well,
just do
I
your
can
thing.
show you. Anyways, so I'm going to ask a question before I was rudely interrupted by IT Ryan with a question
asked
that
me a
would
question.
be answered.
Oh, never mind.
Would be answered in this podcast. But thanks for the
Mhm.
question. Would you be better off, Jack, Deadpool? Would you be better off being developed on the streets of Brazil if you grew up in Brazil, and that's just where you lived, and you were around a community where everyone watched the game, where the city would shut down when Brazil's national team's playing, where you could get pickup soccer anytime you want? You'd be playing in the streets 6-7 hours a day.
Oh, this is a leading question.
Or would you be better off
No.
growing up in America,
Yes.
paying thousands of dollars being coached by an A-licensed coach in a MLS Next program? I'm not saying would it be fun. I'm just saying if, what's a better situation for you to develop in the game of soccer?
The first one.
Yeah, see, Deadpool's smart.
Oh.
In the streets.
So in Brazil,
We
Jack.
also got to talk about what's realistic, though. You going to
No.
send Jack to Brazil?
No, you're missing the whole point of the question.
No, I get the
I'm just asking the question. So, would you be better playing on the streets, being with other players that were crazy technical, and you competed against them every day? What would happen?
What if I were to phrase the question differently?
All right, rephrase it.
Would you be better off playing soccer with a bunch of random kids in the streets? No hate on Brazil. Or with hand-picked, selected top of the line soccer players of your age group in America?
But
Then the
that
answer
doesn't
sounds obviously
exist. But
different. Well, that's what MLS Next is, isn't it? Selective. They pick people,
selective
handpicked.
is
not just who you're around.
it's selective based on who they want to select. It's not the top talent. It can't be. It's whoever they can bribe to come play for them. Please play for
Tend
us.
to be talented.
Don't play for Del Sol. Drive further. Go to RSL. Oh, wait. Go to Rising. They have a pathway USL, even though it's MLS Next. Here's the point. My friend Roberto Bill, Roberto Bill's an extremely technical player. Extremely played at high level, played Division I soccer, whatever. But he played in Europe. He played in South America. He played with Dunga from the captain of the Brazilian national team, and I played with him. Like just as coaches, we'd play against kids. He was 48, 49 at the time, and he was so technical. And I asked him, I'm like, where'd you learn your technique? And he always talk about he grew up in Brazil and Ecuador, I think, because his dad was stationed there because he was he worked for the White House. He was a what do you call those government officials that station like at an embassy at
An ambassador.
An ambassador. He was an ambassador for Brazil. Anyways, he grew up on the streets. That's where he learned how to play. That's where he became technical. You become who you're associated with. That's if you hang out with druggies, you might probably end up doing drugs. If you hang out with very extremely technical players, you're going to be very good. If you decided that you want to skateboard on the streets of the United States and California or wherever, but around a bunch of skateboarders without a coach, you would learn a lot of cool tricks and stuff, and you'd be able to do a lot of amazing things like they do on the X Games. Because that's what they do. They put hours in. They just love it. It's different. The culture in Brazil is a little different. All their parents watch the games. They shut down the cities. They all play a certain style. Also in Brazil, they have a style. The expectation is you must be technical. You must connect passes. You must look up, and it's okay to be creative and try to take players on. That is a heavy discussion or a heavy expectation. What's expectations here? Anyone know? What's
Be big, run over the other person.
Win at all costs, kick it far, and hope and 2-foot tackle someone if you're lucky. I don't know. We have no identity. We have a lot of confusion. So that's a question I have for you. I mean, if you were gonna be try to put yourself in a situation that you can compete at the next level, wouldn't you want to grow up on the streets of Brazil? Wouldn't you want the luxury of just stepping out of your house and just right outside they're playing soccer and you can get a pickup game any day of the week? Isn't that the problem we have in America? There's no pickup soccer. It's not a love sport. There's so many other things to love other than that. It is confusing times, but I do have a solution for us. But before we get to that solution, we're going to talk about Luis Dabo. So Luis Dabo is top coach in Arizona. I'm only announcing one. So this is the third coach announced. Luis Dabo should have been named first because he is by far the top coach in Arizona if you're so lucky to be around him. He's aged quite a bit. He's been around the game a long time, a ton of expertise. He was actually, Luis Dabo, Jack, I took you to Santos practices before. Did you know he is the Manchester United? He's a scout for Manchester United for North America, or was, but he's a big deal. But players he developed. So I got these questions about Luis Dabo, and I'm going to show you some of his training sessions in a second. I have video of that. So Luis Dabo, just to name a few, he produced Pablo Mastroni, which we do have the overlay for that, Ryan. We have Pablo Mastroni, who he's played on the U.S. national team. He is currently coaching in the MLS. He was at the Colorado Rapids. He got fired, but I think he found another job as an assistant. But big-time player. Won a gold medal, which is rare U23s. And he's produced by Luis Dabo. And I'm going to show you what he did, what the secrets of success, what Luis Dabo did for them. Evan Whitfield, who played for Chicago Fire. He won a gold medal with the U.S. men's national team, but he had a stellar career. And I'm gonna bring on, I'm gonna get a hold of Evan Whitfield in further podcasts to talk about what was so great about Luis Dabo. What did he do? What are the secrets? And we'll find out secrets in a second, because I'm gonna show you Brandon Tyler, who played for New England Revolution. He went to, I think, Portugal. Where'd he go? What's a post from his father?
Uruguay.
Uruguay. He was an amazing player too. I was recruiting for PC before he made the decision to go pro. Scott Garlick, a goalkeeper, played for Santos organization, and he is very technical with his feet for a goalkeeper. But this is not including how many players he moved on to play Division I soccer. Arizona was different back when Luis Dabo was kind of running the show as far as developing players before it became let's steal players and create a lie to get their money. And that's what happened. So Luis Dabo, he simplified things. He focused on really two things: dribble and be fit in small-sided games. That's it. There was nothing special. We have a video. Show the video of Luis Dabo's training session. So this is a typical session by Luis. Dribbling, occasional whistle. But they would do this all day long. And they still do. It's not as intense because of the lack of facilities and stuff. I don't know if they do it 2-3 times a day or a week. But back in when I was growing up, and here's what else you would do. Yeah, you turn that down. Thanks. You would do a lot of feigning, a lot of movement, fitness. You do fitness, but this is soccer-specific fitness that Luis Dabo did. And they would run, and then when you thought you were done with running, you would run some more. Because in soccer, fitness matters. Having the ability to control the ball. And I've done a million of these with Luis Dabo because he coached me at the Sand Sharks. This is at Soccer Locker, board to board, or Phoenix Sports Center, or whatever you call it now.
Those suicides, aren't they?
That's not a suicide. That is, well, I guess you would be committing suicide if you keep doing this. But
That's why they call it suicide.
no, suicide is up and back, up and back, up and back. But this was just there. Anyways, so very simple. So back in the heyday of Santos, under Luis Dabo, they would dribble 5 days a week. I remember going to training. I'm like, oh, I'm going to learn some secret stuff, Jack. I was going to learn something special. And what they did was dribble. And I'm like, where's the secret stuff? I would just dribble for like an hour straight. Cut, 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 cut. I'm like, I hate this. But they do it 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. Dribble, small-sided games, fitness. That's it. Repeat. Again, again, again. And then they play on Saturdays, and then take Sundays off sometimes to go to church or something. I don't know. But tournaments and stuff force them to play 7 days a week. But that's how they rolled. They went 7 days a week, basically. At least 6. Every day. Jack, you're an American. How often are you playing?
How often I'm playing games?
No, training.
Just Monday and Wednesday.
Yeah. Monday, Wednesday, because there's a field shortage. That's all he does. What are you doing on the off days? Fortnite.
No.
Or what's the new game?
Minecraft.
No.
He's a Minecrafter. Jet, or Deadpool, what do you call that now?
What do you mean?
Your version of simp?
I don't know.
Super intelligent Minecraft player.
That's Jack right there.
So I'm telling you this right now, Jack. You cannot make it to the next level, whatever level you want to go beyond, if you're not training, working hard 5 days a week. Monday
What
through
about
Friday.
trying out for big teams?
I mean, know the point of that. Play, train all the time. But that's what they did. 5 days a week of training. And then play on Saturdays. They worked hard. And that's how it was done. It was very simplistic. And then on Saturdays, Luis Dabo coaching, he said nothing. Everything was quiet, face to face. And then if your parent was going nuts, he would then sub that player out whose parents acting like an idiot and say, "Hey, go sit with your parents." And then the player would be like, "Why? Well, your mom's doing all the coaching. Go sit with her. She has something to tell you, obviously. Everyone else can hear it." Yeah, that's what he would do. He wouldn't say anything. And he would produce amazing players. And we all knew it. And everyone that grew up in my era, everyone knew when you got a Santos player, you knew where you're getting a technical genius with the ball. It matters. It matters so much. There's a quote by Pep just recently commented saying, "My first question is always, can this player dribble? I only want players who have that skill. I want fullbacks, center backs, midfielders, forwards who can dribble. You can learn control and passing easily, so dribbling is key." That's an important statement. And he's coaches in the Premier League. So parents, everyone's looking like, MLS Next, I need to be seen. No. Of course you need to be seen. You know how you can be seen? Be good. There's YouTube. Just be good. Learn how to manipulate the ball. Never lose that ball. And have the freedom to be able to do those things. Luis Daba did those things. That's why he's listed as a top coach. That is what is listed. All right. So I have a solution for the madness of MLS Next. I have it. Dear Arizona Youth Soccer Association, or Arizona Soccer Association, ASA, please listen to the words that are coming out of my mouth right now. Do we have any like subtle music? We don't. Do we have any music?
I'll look for. Oh, we have music. There you
ASA.
go.
Listen.
Medulla oblongata in the house.
That is not good music. Anyway, I was just kidding.
How are you?
Anyways, yeah, turn that off. This is what you do. All you have to do, just do an experiment. One age group, ASA. Host it centrally located, Phoenix College. Host at Phoenix College. Rent our facility. And just do one age group. And have it be free. Have it be the official ODP that you'll actually go play games. You train it at Phoenix. It has to be free. Find coaches. I'll coach it. I'll give my time for free to allow these kids to have the opportunity to actually be seen locally. It has to be centrally located. Blow it up somehow and say this is, and do it where they're gonna be showcased and participate in big events or whatever you have to do. But it has to be the best players. It can't be three clubs dictating these things, or 4 clubs, or however big this MLS Next BS gets. One team, the best players, and get coaches that are not affiliated with club soccer. Like they have to beat the end quota and they have to win so they can get other players in their 2nd, 3rd, 4th division, or whatever acronym they're creating for those losers. I'm sorry, not losers. Those wannabes. Do something different. Okay? One team, the best players. It has to be the best. Can't be some. They all must be technical. We have that. We have it. It can't. We don't have enough to split into 3 teams. All East Valley.
Hey, do you want to just steal Jets, Mike?
Why?
I don't know.
Just turn it off. Is my mic that bad?
I don't know how it's gonna sound in the end, but it keeps on flipping. So
I sound fantastic. How do I sound, Jack?
He sounds good to me.
I sound great. It's your headset.
we'll see.
You sound great.
You're
Thank
turning
you,
red
thank you.
on the Roadcaster,
All right.
but you're right. It's my headset.
Oh shoot. Oh no, we're good. We're good.
Right
Anyways, just do one team. ASA, you can afford that instead of buying another administrator. Because when I was growing up, ASA, we had one administrator being paid, Leslie. You need her. You need someone that actually deals with all the paperwork and stuff. But now, how many you have now? 7, 8? How many people are on the payroll? Okay, so when you guys get a ton of money again, and instead of hiring another administrator, just do a ODP team. Okay, one age group that is centrally located and gives a real tryout. That doesn't have club dictating things. The pay to play bull crap. We need to do one team just to prove it. Because if we got the right players, like the 06s did, and they were the number 1 team in the country. Oh, I get God Soccer, whatever. They were flipping good. Playing against top teams in the world in Florida. 170,000 people watching them play. And what do? We destroy it. We destroyed it. 09s, number 1 team in the country. They won state. They're going to regionals. team's destroyed. That's what we do. We destroy things. So ASA, get involved, do something. We have to do something different. We keep doing the same thing over and over and over again. It's so frustrating. It's so stupid. God, there's so much hate with my podcast, and I apologize for that. I just find it silly. Now, I may be wrong. No, let me take that back. I'm always wrong.
Agreed.
Everyone's wrong. We're all in the pursuit of trying to find the truth, which may never be found. So let's change our approach, because MLS Next isn't a change of the approach. It's just a different name. It's DA. It's a better name. Same people running the show. We are not, and all these clubs all they do is identify talent. They're just trying to bring in the best players. That's it. They're recruiters. Okay. Centralize the recruiting. Just do one age group. Do one test. See what happens. Do something different. Right, Jack?
Yes.
I'm sorry, guys. I didn't get you too involved in this podcast, but thanks for being on. That's all I got.
I thought Jack had some great insight.
He does. Yes.
Yes.
Deadpool. Oh, wait. Deadpool has something. What's up? You're going to talk about money, huh?
That's what we gotta talk about. And also, Jack, what were you trying to say to me just 2 minutes ago?
What were you trying to say?
I wasn't trying to say anything.
Are you guys like doing backhand
No,
conversation?
no,
You guys
no,
looking
no.
at each other?
He's
staring
nah.
staring at me, and then he just started going.
Okay, let me talk. Let me talk. Listen,
He
he's
was gonna
cracking
bump
his
it.
neck, and it's bad for him. He needs to stop. He's like,
Well, it feels
he's like
great.
yeeting his head to the left.
I
like
wasn't
hard.
even cracking my
And
neck.
I was
you
whispering to
idiot.
stop because it's gonna mess him up.
Or you can pop my toes. I can pop my fingers if I want.
Okay.
Even
Are
my
we
head.
going to talk money?
Yeah.
All right. So how much do you want?
So after the you have to pay me $7. It's been in 7
So wait,
days.
7 what?
$7.
Oh, whoa.
$7. So $1 an episode?
Yeah, but
Okay.
you missed 7 episodes and now
7
you have to-
payments.
yeah.
So what about interest, Jet? What does he owe you for
Easy.
being late?
If he gets late, he has to double the money.
All right.
Ooh.
All
Oh,
the money.
double the money. So what do you think? Should Deadpool get paid? El Rojo doesn't get paid.
Why is that?
'Cause he
No one
sucks.
should get paid.
Yeah, communism.
Well, thank you for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the show. If you want more, I have daily podcasts Monday through Friday with more advice on youth soccer development for parents and coaches. You can find us on iHeartRadio, Google Play, iTunes, or anywhere else podcasts are found, or go to coachcameron.com for direct access to this content, which I haven't updated that webpage in a while. See you next Sunday, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Yes. All right.
Shit.
Jets out.